Han var bare 21 år gammel da Israels statsminister Benjamin Netanyahu tok kontakt og tilbød ham jobb som spesialrådgiver for sosiale medier ved statsministerens kontor. I talen til norske Israel-venner gikk han hardt ut mot den internasjonale domstolens arrestordre mot Israels statsminister, som ble utstedt sist november. Han er også rystet over at Norges regjering har sagt at de vil ta domstolens kjennelse til følge ved å arrestere Netanyahu om han skulle sette sin fot på norsk jord. Vi spør Naftali hvordan det oppleves å komme til et land der sjefen hans ville blitt arrestert om han var med.
I think it's even more important to come to Norway and to allow people to know what is going on in Israel, that the prime minister of the country, Benjamin Netanyahu, is fighting not civilians, but rather a vicious, monstrous terrorist organization that wants to see the destruction and the annihilation of the state of Israel. And we have to remember that at the end of the day, we are fighting a radical terrorist organization that Norway would not tolerate, no other country would tolerate. So therefore, if we are talking about the hypocritical arrest warrants that were issued against the Prime Minister of Israel and the Defense Minister, this is just a political theater. It has become nothing more than a theater, and they lost all credibility if we are honest.
Og Naftali tror på fortsatt vennskap mellom Norge og Israel.
I think we need to remember that at the end of the day, right now there is not a pro-Israel government, but at the end of the day it's not about pro-Israel or not pro-Israel. It's about Norway being a democracy, supporting a sister democracy. We're fighting for freedom, and I understand that Norway has not seen wars and conflicts, but you know, when Norway was invaded by the Nazis, you did not appreciate if anyone would come to you and say, stop fighting, give the Nazis a cup of tea and a warm jacket. At the end of the day, I think that in regards to the friendship between Norway and Israel, right now it's at a crisis point, but I think that there is hope, because our people, the Norwegian people and the Israeli people, it is our responsibility to build it. That's why I came to Norway, to say I want friendship with the Norwegian people, because we are fighting together for the values that we share in common.
And I think you also know that Israel does have a lot of friends in this country, and a lot of them follow you on your different social media accounts. Do you get a lot of feedback from this part of the world?
I actually, to be honest, you know, they say, you know, a country in the European continent is usually having, you know, more cold people, but I have to say I've seen nothing more than warm people that want to meet, want to talk, and want to have a conversation. And I think this is something that's very exciting. I'm here in Norway, far from Israel, but I feel like I'm at home, because it is thanks to the people that made me feel at home.
In your speech, you told us about your time as a soldier, as a medic in the army, treating not only Israeli but also Palestinian, Syrian people that were hurt. How is it for you to look back on that time?
I don't regret it, because I think that saving life of a human being is so precious, because when I treated people as a medic in the Israel Defense Forces, you don't check their religion, you don't check if they're Muslim, Jewish, Christian, you see them as human beings, and this is a top priority. At the end of the day, we are one family in humanity. And this is something that I did in my time in the Israeli army, treating people as human beings. And this is the greatest value that serves and leads the Israeli army today. We do not target civilians. We have no interest in targeting civilians. And this is exactly why we are warning them before we are conducting airstrikes.
You're now at the Jerusalem prayer breakfast in Oslo for the first time, and it's bringing together leaders from Norway, Israel, United States, other places. How do you see the significance of an event like this?
So significant, because in places where there is darkness, and unfortunately there is darkness in Norway and in other European countries, that in my opinion the darkness emerged when they decided to take a stand against a sister democracy. We need voices of truth and voices of light. We need to be the light. We are called to to be the light. So I'm not running away from places like Norway. On the contrary, I think that Norway is an amazing country, amazing people who have little knowledge about what's happening in Israel because of the media that does not tell them what is happening. And I think that this is so important because your people are amazing. And I think that they should know what is going on in Israel and make up their own decision.